Hi, I'm Bombae from TV, and you're watching Xtra Magazine's After the Sashay.
Bomb, what the f***? You were supposed to win.
You're telling me? You're telling me that?
I'm telling you that. What happened?
Okay, honestly, after watching the episode, I don't think I should have been in the bottom.
Who should have been in the bottom?
Anyone else. The challenge was to brand yourself into a makeup palette, and I'm a funny person. I'm a funny drag queen. My makeup palette's gonna be funny. It's gonna make fun of experiences I've had, and apparently the judges didn't get my sense of humor. But that speaks to them, not to me.
With shades like go back to your country, you'll be ready to immigrate and take someone's job in no time.
As a matter of editorial disclosure, could you explain to the extra audience what our relationship is?
Sometimes in life, you find friends, and sometimes in life, you're forced to be friends. Russ Martin and I are the latter. We were forced to be friends, and now we are enemies at best.
What point in our friendship did you think we were friends?
Your birthday.
With you.
Yeah.
We'd spent so much time before that thing together, and it was my birthday show?
Like, if you like this interview, if you like me, because we know you don't like Russ, every Tuesday you can watch us on The Gays Are Fighting on Twitch at 9 p.m. EST, where Russ and I get together and test our friendship, because we may be many things, but we're always fighting.
We're gonna wrap each other in saran wrap, see who gets out first.
It's always a mess, and sometimes we get banned.
You watched your elimination last night with two of your season 3 sisters, Miss Mosu and your drag mom Halal Bay. What was it like to watch with them at the Gladstone Hotel?
First of all, it felt very correct, because I'm like, oh wow, we're all 3 queens from Toronto who've been done dirty by this TV show. No, but also I did not watch my elimination. I had a paper bag over my head for the latter half of the episode, because I'm like, I've spent so much time thinking about this. I don't want to relive that moment. So once the judges started deliberating, I'm like, give me the bag. Kind of wish it was a plastic bag, but it wasn't. It was just paper. And I was like, I'm just gonna listen to what's happening. And then we do the lip sync, all of that. And I'm like, I took it off. I'm like, what did I miss? Did I win? Yeah. It was so great to be at the Gladstone. It was so great. Like, the audience, the West End audience came out, and it felt like after the show, everyone was hugging me, and they were like, Bomb, you're so funny. I would have bought butter chicken. And I'm like, I know. Say that to Brooklyn Heights.
I stand out from everyone, and you can too. With a butter chicken by Bombae eyeshadow palette.
This morning, you tweeted that you woke up to a lot of amazing messages on Grindr.
Yeah.
Are you getting offers for sympathy dick?
No. First of all, mama, we do not need sympathy dick. But second of all, people on Grindr were like, girl, you were funny. I would have got the palette. And I'm like, what? Like, when it's right, it's right. People on Grindr, people on Twitter, people on Instagram. I'm just waiting for the Uber Eats promo to come through and say, hey, you need 10% off on butter chicken. Thank you for doing that for me.
She's a showgirl today. Tell me how you decided to pick this outfit, which is one that you typically use for a burlesque number in your act, for your press today.
So I was going to wear my latex look for this thing, but apparently the offices we are in are a latex-free office. They raw dog all the time, so I had to switch it up. And I'm like, let me just wear a burlesque outfit. It works because I don't have to wear a wig. I don't have to wear nails. And I'm like, I just want to be comfortable. Like, today is my day. I'm having such amazing conversations with most people. And then, well, there's this. So I was like, I just want to have fun.
Okay, your balloon outfit, which I was absolutely obsessed with, made by the good folks at Kink Engineering, it started to deflate once you got back into the workroom. You had deflated titties, your head, your ears were down. How long can you be in that outfit and keep the helium inside?
The outfit can stay on for as long as you want, but physically, after a while, you start sweating so much, you can feel the sweat and the lube in the armpits. And so when you take it out, there was a huge sound, and everyone on set was like, that sounds disgusting. And it was.
This week's episode, you really, really got in your head. Before you left, I tried to teach you the meditative practice of 3 conscious breaths. Did you even give that a try?
Yes, I did, Russ, but it didn't help. So next time, do better. I don't need any of this meditation garbage. Give me something that works, because this challenge was so wild. We had 2 hours to storyboard, write, and like direct. We had to write camera directions. And my first idea was Bombae, and they came back. So you write it, you submit it, and you move on into getting into drag. I wrote it, I submitted it, and then someone came back and was like, actually, Bomb, you can't do this. It's been like copywritten. So in the middle of getting ready, I was like, oh, I guess I have to stop doing this now and go back and storyboard a completely new idea. And that's why I was like, okay, wait, I have an hour to go. What is my brand? Let's talk about me. Like, let's make fun of things that matter to me the most. And I'm like, immigration, let's run with it. And I wrote that script, storyboarded it out, sent it, and they were like, boom, we can run with this. And that's what we did.
That's what you did, and that's what got you gone.
I mean, hey, wow, Russ, we're supposed to be friends. We're supposed to pretend to be friends. Can you at least commit to that? Can you try? Okay. Yeah, but I honestly don't think I did a bad job. And this was the first challenge where we saw the final product on the runway. So like, Snatch Game, you kind of have an idea. Design challenges, you look around the room, you're like, okay, I'm in the top, bottom, safe. This was the first challenge where all of us went on the runway thinking we were going to win. And so to see that then, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a meltdown now. This is not ideal. Bomb, you're in trouble. You're going home, So I didn't have time to even process the video looking at it, because I'm like, in 5 minutes, I'm gonna be dancing to Keisha Chante on the stage, and it's gonna be fun.
I've got to tell you, I was very proud of you for bringing the conversation about women's role in drag to Canada's Drag Race. For those who don't know, tell us a little bit about the role that women play in drag culture and the obstacles that they face when trying to participate in it.
So this is something I wanted to talk about, because on day one when we walked into the workroom, I'm like, where are the cis women? We owe them so much as drag queens. Like, we are impersonating women. That's what we do. We take their bodies, we do women's songs on stage. We owe our careers to women. And oftentimes in these spaces, it becomes kind of like a boys' game or a men's game. And even in stages in Toronto, when we want to give women space, like, hey, you want to be like drag kings, or even women who want to be drag queens, suddenly we're like, oh no, that's cheating. Like, there are pageants and there are competitions that don't let women take part. Because we're like, oh, this is a drag queen, and you're not a drag queen if you're already, a woman. And I think that's very hypocritical. So we owe them so much, but when it comes to giving them their due, suddenly we turn into like, no. That's why when these conversations were coming up in the workroom, I'm like, I have to say something. There's no one here who's talking about that. So that's why I was like, hold on, I'm gonna say this. And then later on in the confessionals, they were like, hey, Bomb, can you elaborate? I'm like, crack your knuckles, babe, this is your moment. And the reaction to that little soundbite, like, it was like maybe 15 seconds. Like, I shared it on Instagram, and so many people texted me and they were like, we feel seen. Thank you for raising this issue, because this has been an issue, not just in the Canadian drag scene. It's an issue that we see across the world. So a lot of women and men relate to that, and they were like, we should be having these conversations a lot more often. And I'm really glad in the confessionals, I got to speak out about it, because we wouldn't have seen it otherwise.
Speaking of feeling seen, let's talk about how you brought your Indian culture to the competition at every turn, from your goddesses look to your holy look this week. What has been the response from the Indian and South Asian diaspora around the world?
Wow, you used the SAT word, diaspora, but you should be proud of yourself. Are you a writer or something? Good for you. So a lot of people back home in not just India, like people from Pakistan, people from Bangladesh, people from Sri Lanka and Nepal, the South Asian diaspora, like when they saw me on Drag Race, it was like, this is someone who grew up in these countries, who then moved to a different country and now is like living their gay fantasy. They were just like, if this idiot can do it, mama, maybe I have a chance as well, which is exactly what I want people to like take from me. And because I realized that I was going to be on this show, I was going to be on this stage, I'm like, there's no way I can do this without paying homage to where I come from, without paying homage to the things that have molded me. It would be very disingenuous for me to be like, you know what, goddesses, I'm going to do Jesus Christ. No, that wouldn't be fun. I mean, maybe it would be fun, but for me, like paying homage to the goddesses I grew up with was great. And the reaction to those looks, the reaction to the conversations around those looks has been so good. It's been so heartwarming. Like, that's when I know I do something right. When the audience has such a visceral, positive reaction, they feel seen. That's how I know I've done my job as a drag queen.
I have one last question for you.
What is it?
It's a challenging one.
Fine.
Say 3 nice things about me.
About you? 3 nice things about Russ Martin. Russ is an adequate friend. That's 1. 2, Russ has the uncanny ability to make other people look good when they stand next to him. So he's a lovely prop. And 3, Russ, can I get back to you on that?
Tune in every Tuesday to see more of this disaster on The Gays Are Fighting on Speakeasy. Yeah. Love you, baby.
Love you too, Russ. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching Extras After the Sashay. You can follow me on Instagram at bom.bae and buy yourself some butter chicken.